What's good, people? Here we are on the newest map, Igvane. And if I'm saying that wrong, my apologies, but I'm sure you all let me know in the comment section down below. And the reason why I'm starting this here video so late in the countdown is, well, you see why. One guy left, and now he's starting a match. Imagine if I started this match at like 5 seconds. Just imagine. Anyways, so we're on this map that is unoptimized like crazy. And you don't know what I mean by that? Let me explain it to you. Why is it when I look in a certain direction on, I want to say this side of the map, my frame rate drops? I'm on a console, not a PC. Like, what? And then, the river's too loud. Hopefully next season they fix that, but the water sound on this map is like double the sound on every other map. I guess they're proud of how the river looks in this map. I sincerely don't know. But to say that it's annoying is an understatement. Now that's just small fish compared to the many big fish that this game has in terms of problems. But, you know, we just play the game and try to find a bit of happiness and destroying other people's morale. Or is that just me? Yeah, probably just me. Anyways, it's raining. We cannot see that far at all. And I went prone to check. The barred house is right there. Okay, cool. But I don't want to approach it too damn early. Because in case you don't know, in this here game, he who is first usually dies. Usually. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say that happens all the time, because it don't. You know what I'm saying? But the general rule of thumb in this here game is that you never want to be the first to do anything. You don't want to be the first to shoot. Don't want to be the first to arrive at a loot event. Don't want to be the first. Well, you can be the first to leave. That's cool. You know, if you got what you need to get, like if you just need 20 chemicals for some upgrade at your house, sure, get 25 and leave. Right? But also, you don't want to be the last to leave. As we hear shot to my left ear. You don't want to be the last to leave because, freaking exit campers. And this is when I noticed that, I'm walking right beside a comm station. And also, right beside a damn detector. And on this rainy map with a bunch of vegetation, I don't get shot at. And I know I say you don't be the first to do anything in this map. I know that. But being the first to hit a comm station, that's big. That's big. Because now you just set up the end of the game. Or the midpoint in the game. And you're in the beginning. Why do you think I always put radiation on the airdrop? Well, I'll tell you. First, it's because whoever grabs the red chest is forced to leave. One less person to worry about. Secondly, if they go for the real airdrop, you know, the one that comes from a plane, radiation grenade's gonna kill them. And, speaking of kill them, see this? That's a corpse. So those few shots that we heard earlier was that man dying. And then someone goes and hits the damn barred house. And I was just there. And there's some more shots behind me. Now granted, I'm in the center of the map. Granted. Now, which is the better option? Going after someone who's at the barred house and is going to remain there for a good amount of time because, you know, that safe got to open. Or do I go to the right or behind me and try to find out the two people that were shooting at each other? And just try. Yeah, you already see my choice here. You already see that. But, as I told you all, you don't want to be the first to do anything. And the container... Alright, I'm going to say it. I've been playing this map a little bit more often, and I'm starting to notice a couple of things about it. When the container is in that exact area, it attracts a lot of attention. Kind of like when the container is on forest and it's on the bridge, and if you know, you know, yeah, a lot of attention. You want another example? Cool. The container on Field Cunton near the crashed plane, not the helicopter. Well, I guess the helicopter too. Yeah, I guess that too. But no, the plane. Those 3 or 4 bushes around that container, one of the containers next to that plane or nearby that crashed plane, yeah, blind fire them. Chances are you're going to hit somebody, and you're going to piss them off to no end. And that is when you get them. Speaking of getting pissed off, this guy's probably pissed because look at his stuff. He bought 2 guns, some ammunition, and granted he did loot, granted, but it took him this long to get that amount of stuff. If you can't read in between the lines, here's what I'm trying to tell you. He was moving slow. Okay? Quick people, they get a lot of stuff real quick, because you know you're covering the map. But if you're crouch walking, making sure that no one's nearby, and making sure you're not being seen, you're going to walk slow. And when you walk slow, you gather material slow. Folks, we're about, what, 35% down this match? And he only had half a bag. And 2 guns. Imagine spending this amount of time walking slow and getting that little bit of stuff to only die. And I'm not picking or making fun of, making light of. It happens to all of us. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be damned if it wasn't just like, you know what, bro? Fuck it. I'm not playing this game for the rest of the day. And you put on the controller. To only pick it up about 4 hours later and try again. And shit works out for you. And look, here's what I mean. You see this? Why is my frames dropping? Now they're fine. And now they're not. Or they were not. But you get the point, though. Yeah, this map, dude. This map. And honestly, if the developers were to add a new map in the game, I don't know what the theme would be. Maybe like an airplane graveyard or something? Maybe like a military base? But we already have Battery. That's literally a military base. So, I don't know. I sincerely don't know. But yeah, as of right now, we have 2 kills to our name. We got ourselves a secondary. Even though we have a very good assault rifle and a headshotting pistol. Yes, a headshotting pistol. More on that in future videos. But now we're near the container again. And no one appears to be near it. But notice how I say appears.
Airdrop incoming. Get ready.
Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I just wonder what goes through some of these players' heads. I just wonder. Because look, or matter of fact, listen. It's quiet, ain't it? Okay, so why would you throw a decoy? Why would you simulate a gunfight? Knowing damn well all you have is a crossbow and a magnum. Why would you simulate a gun? The match is quiet. You're safe, relatively speaking, unless someone spots you. I never would have known this man was here if he didn't throw that decoy. I done sat here and I told y'all this, and I get it. You can play the game like how you want to, but here's how my moral compass points. The 3 things you never use in this here game: fireworks, a decoy, or I guess those 2. An alarm trap can be useful. I just don't use it. But never pop a firework. Never pop a decoy. What does a decoy do? Draws attention to where the area is. If you're going to throw a decoy, be sure you got some caffeine and a stem charge to run in the opposite direction from where you throw the decoy. Or, better idea, just don't damn use it. Just don't. Because hear me out, if someone's walking around in a match and is completely and totally quiet, that person's going to think, I'm alone. Let me drop my guard. Or, on the flip side of that coin, they're going to think, somebody's watching me. And they're going to move slow. They're going to crouch walk. They're going to be extra vigilant for the rest of the match. Because they don't know if they're really alone or not. As I see that door open right there. That's why I'm slowing down for a bit. But on the other side of that coin, that exact coin, right? Once you throw a decoy, you just told everybody in the match, yep, someone's here. The decoy didn't say it, you say it, because decoys don't throw themselves. Yeah. So that person who was crouch walking, thinking that I'm being watched, but I'm not too sure, so I'm scared, you just confirmed their belief that I'm being watched. So yes, I do have a right to be afraid. Now they're going to be extra vigilant. You know what I'm saying? And then to a guy who's on 3 kills, you throw a decoy. What is a guy on 3 kills going to do? Run straight toward your decoy. And you better pray that man does not have a caffeine pill and a stem charge, like how most sweats do. Good luck with that. All in all I'm trying to say here is this. Don't use a decoy. Don't use fireworks. In my humble opinion, they're the 2 most useless things in this here game. Plain and simple. So a minute goes by. Don't find anybody. Don't hear anything. I say, you know what? 3 kills to my name. And I'm alive. Yeah, I'm out of here. And so, I come back with 3 more weapons than what I bought out. And I get it. It may not be the most flashy. Or whatever. But 3 kills and a headshot. And 4.6k experience. You cannot get mad at that. You can't. So don't try to strive for like the highest result if you're already comfortable with your current result. Because remember, risk in this game equals reward. It's hella risky to go for the container. But if you get it, you get guns. If you don't get the guns, what do you get? Headshotted. Think about that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then, peace.